Vaquita. I picked this animal because it is about to go extinct and no one knows about them. This is the most endangered marine animal to this day. The vaquita's name means small cow, but some call it the panda of the sea due to its looks. The animal is considered a true porpoise and is the only one living in warm waters. Its behavior, they keep to themselves usually most of the time, which means they don't do above water acrobats. They also move the slightest noise, staying away from humans and boats. They use sonar to communicate and navigate, which sounds like little clicking noises. They're really smart problem solvers and critical thinkers. Um, for reproduction, the males impregnate every female they see. If the females do get pregnant, they'll have a calf, only one calf for every 2 years. They're usually pregnant for about 10 to 11 months, then they nurse up to 8 months. Once they're 3 to 5 years of age, they'll start being sexually mature. They were founded in 1958, started with about 600, then in 1997 to this day, they started to decline about 92% and still going down. There are about 18 left, as the IUCN Red List says, but others say it's 10. They're so secretive that it's hard to get an accurate update on their population. There's no genetic diversity, but even though they're decreasing, they have a healthy and stable population. They have not done any inbreeding or gone through an extinction vortex, which is usually what happens to smaller populations, which makes them even more vulnerable. Vaquita are endemic to the shallow northern part of the Gulf of California in Mexico. They live in a zero tolerance zone that has been put up for them by the Mexican government. This area includes the delta of the Colorado River Reserve, which is one of Earth's most diverse marine habitats. They, list, they live east of the town of San Felipe, Baja California. Um, San Felipe being considered the aquarium of the sea because the Delta Colorado River brings in a variety of sea creatures. Due to this, the vaquita eat a variety of fish, squids, and cetaceans. The vaquita have to worry about sharks and orcas though because they do prey on the vaquitas. Vaquitas don't have a very important role, but they do have a role in the ecosystem. The vaquita keep the ecosystem in order by controlling the populations because it's considered an apex predator. Due to its high values of ascendancy, it helps keep maintenance and sustainability uh, of ecosystem because of its high trophic level. Scientists do say that in theory, the vaquita would help show the health of the environment as most porpoises do, which would make them a species indicator. But we do not know enough about the vaquita to truly know, or because there's no true human interaction with the vaquita and then humans. To know about the threat of vaquitas, you have to learn a little bit about the Totoaba. The Totoaba, they're endemic to the Gulf of Mexico. Their swim bladders is technically considered the drug of the sea. It is sold for thousands of dollars on the Chinese black market. And it's said to believe that the cartel, Mexican cartel, and the Chinese mafia are in on this. Population isn't a major threat, but it's somewhat of a threat. The reduced flow from the Colorado River, it ruins the habitat a little bit, but the true major threat is the gill nets and ghost nets. The gill nets are fish nets that the vaquita can't detect because they're so thin. These nets are used to catch Totoaba, and the vaquita and the Totoaba have similar neck sizes and similar body size, so therefore they do get caught up in this net. And the ghost nets are forgotten gill nets pretty much. And vaquita drown in these gill nets because they can't untangle themselves before they can get to the surface. The solutions that the Mexican government and other groups have come up with is that they banned gill nets and Totoaba fishing. These people called the Sea Shepherd have also started educating people with a film called Sea of Shadows. It's it's all about the vaquita and what's behind it, what's causing this problem. And another group of people, they started human care for the vaquita, a water conservation area for the vaquita. They collected the vaquita and they a female vaquita and kept her in this area for about a day, and then unfortunately she had a heart attack and died. But before she died, one of the scientists collected 2 cells and is waiting what to do with the animal. I'm sorry, what to do with the cells that she has gotten. They have also set up, but unfortunately, since this did not work, they set up a zero tolerance area, the Mexican government. And so now the Navy patrols the area, and the Sea Shepherds and a group of locals set up group, and now they take down the fishermen's nets and they gather the ghost nets as well, and they cut any animals from it. They destroy any swim bladders from any dead Totoaba that they find in these nets. And a journalist has gathered evidence to arrest the main people in charge of the illegal Totoaba exchange from Mexico to China to really stop it in its tracks. These are my references, and thank you.